Alright, here we are. Let's
Need a lift?
go to the Moonwood. Moonwood's just across that bridge.
Need a lift?
Why is that even an option? Okay. I mean, the sign did say Moonwood, but seemed kind of lazy, driver. It seems like a long way down. Moonvines. That's the only sign that looks cool. That's a big old tree. What is this, the stair tree? He's asking me to climb up it, so I gotta... It's freaking stairs, man. No? Okay. Just walk over there, man. What can you do? Yeah, I think that's supposed to be where the trolls are anyhow, so I probably shouldn't be going in there. Wood? Oh, it actually blocks me. What the? Interesting sign. Pretty sure that's a glitch. Oh, there's gonna be something to fireball before I get there, I'll tell you what. And honestly, that was pretty close. Find a, quote, leader. Looks like it's probably this guy with the exclamation point over his head.
A human? I must say that it has been some time since one of your kind ventured into our part of the forest.
That's what they all say.
My name is Naivar, guardian of Moonvines. What brings you to us? I have come from Little Hall with an urgent message and a letter from the king. The king himself? That seems excessive. What is this message?
Naivara's gentle expression turns stern as she reads. She begins examining the letter itself, the seal, the parchment it is on, and there is a flash of light around her eyes as she casts a spell during the investigation. When she is done, she looks at you with none of the levity that she greeted you with and hands the letter back.
Yeah, I bet.
We have had some strange creatures roaming the woods, but Demogorgon is another matter entirely. Forgive me, but I will have to verify this myself. Watch my body. I must step away for a moment. That was not pleasant. Nor exactly expected.
Hey, that's what happens when you don't ask people for consent to read their minds.
All right then. Well, in that case, we have a problem on our hands aside from Demogorgon. We need a weapon powerful enough to harm a demon prince and seal him back in the abyss. Unfortunately, we simply lack the capabilities to make anything like that. Even with the supposedly marvelous weapon we carry. Well, what are we supposed to do then? Raise an army? Set a trap? While both of those are decent backup options, I may know a way to gain the power needed for such an enchantment.
Why can this never be simple?
Gain power, probably use solar panels to collect the power for the sun.
There is a temple deeper in these woods, one dedicated to the moon deity Selene. She has the best interests of mortals at heart. Her temple has been a site of blessings and great workings in the past.
Okay.
I have a nasty suspicion there's a nasty catch to this. Indeed, for the temple is guarded by a sphinx.
A sphinx?
She is generally good-natured and does enjoy the few visitors she gets. However, she also has a tendency to... Well, she is a guardian as well as a judge. And if someone seeks the temple's power and she deems them unworthy, she tends to eat them.
Hey, I'll be fine.
How does she determine if one is worthy or not?
How they taste.
She seems partial to riddles and word games. She has also been known to, on occasion, eat someone even if they answered her questions correctly. Wow, what a cheater. Quite. So do I have to kill her to get the blessing? No, absolutely not. She is a servant of Selyun and placed there by the Moon Maiden herself. If you harm her, not only will you never receive the blessing, but you risk incurring Selyun's divine wrath. Then how do I prove myself worthy? Frankly, I cannot say for certain. The Sphinx has always been unpredictable, but there must be some code or command that she upholds. Else Selyun would remove her.
Provided the deity's even bothering to check in.
The best I can say is to venture to the temple, ask her yourself, and never turn your back on her. And be ready to run like a pack of devils is on your trail. That's not entirely encouraging, but I don't have much of a choice here. I'll try. Good luck.
What excellent news. Not only is making the weapon we need to save Faerun more complicated than expected, we have to face a temperamental monster who may decide to kill you regardless of whether you pass her tests. Wonderful.
Just be glad that the two of us can puzzle out her trials together. I hope you're good at riddles, Vair.
I am not.
While I have you here, would you be willing to investigate something for me?
I guess.
I will, of course, pay you for your services. What do you need investigating? The elves of Moonvines have reported seeing strangers in purple robes traveling through the woods, but avoiding other people. We have also noticed that the old abandoned fortress of Methegris now has lights shining through its windows at night. Hopefully this is nothing to be alarmed about, but it would ease our minds if you could determine what is happening there. I can do that. I'll be back when I know more. Thank you. Be safe.
Sad quest. Alright, let's check here. No, not started. Oh, yeah, I could probably buy some stuff. Oh, it's ready. Alright, okay. Potions, talismans, forbidden knowledge from ancient realms. Wait, what? I'm gonna buy pants around here. What is this? Oh, there's a... Oh, that's neat. Oh, wow. Well, that's some stained glass there. Okay, does not look like any of this goes anywhere. Oh, it's pretty next to it. 85, that's a steal. There we go. Fully decked out. So it should be the last area. Wait, freaking cart guy? The frick, man? No, I don't need a lift, you jerk. You just move over there. I'm going over there anyways. What a stupid crap. Looks like both the quests are over that way. Let's see here. I know that if you... that's a big one. Let's stay away from that guy. What is happening? Oh. That guy's trying to attack me. Okay, well, I don't know what's back there. Hey. Hey, get wrecked.
Nothing happens in a unicorn's forest that the unicorn is unaware of. Master of whatever woodland they are set to protect, unicorns have some control over their forests too. They use that influence in part to create hidden places like these, where they and other animals can come to rest without fear of intruders or violence.
I was actually just trying to talk to it. I wasn't trying to shoot a fireball. But it doesn't seem to care. Anyway, oh, there's a thing to investigate. I do want to go over there. This kind of looks like a cave. That's not good. Okay. Let's go over here and maybe the first waypoint. That was wrong. See that?
The elves claim that this part of the forest touches the Feywild, allowing some of that otherworld strange magic to seep into our own. No one can say whether the trees come from the Feywild, or whether the Feywild's influence transformed them. But either way, these crystalline trees grow like any other, and produce fruit that the locals consider sacred.
So eat all of the fruit. Yeah. Yes. Hey, burn to death. Oh, that's annoying. Buggy balls. Okay. I was about to say, oh, there's something. No, that's actually right. It's like the blue one is like a side quest, I guess. Ow. You jerk. Oh, that didn't work. Even before he dies, he's able to do something else. Yeah, this is all cute until you realize how annoying it is. Ah. Hey, jerk. This definitely looks like something. Double? Let's go investigate the jungle.
These robes look familiar. Can I place them? They do not inspire any sense of comfort, to be sure.
Oh, really? The robes are what made you feel uncomfortable? Not the people who are trying to kill us?
Well, yes, that too.
Okay. There's little bad guys later. Just gotta have a bunch of dead bodies laying around. Like, can't you pick up your clothes? I mean, sure, you kill intruders, you kill betrayers, but like, you're just gonna leave them laying around? Like, that's just unsanitary. Good work. Oh boy. We're just gonna stand there and die. Who am I to stop? Purple banners, purple robes, something to do with purple. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Oh. How dare you still be alive? I like it when the enemies do not respawn. Gives me a feeling of accomplishment. Grief. Those are annoying. They don't really do any damage, but I'd rather not take the damage. But
Vair? I think that these people are worshipping dragons.
Oh dear, that is not good.
Why? I mean, aside from their repeated attempts at murder.
Dragon cults are almost always oriented toward the crueler, vain dragons of the world. Chromatic dragons often demand worship and service, while we metallic dragons seldom make such demands. When a cult appears, it is usually because they have already pledged themselves to one dragon or another. Worst case scenario, one of these cults managed to bring Tiamat from her domain, the realm of devils. She was defeated before she could be fully established in Faerun. It was a close battle, and even that shadow of her was a living cataclysm.
Do you think they're trying to do the same thing here?
I certainly hope not, but it is a possibility.
no, that's all the information we need. We can leave then, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Keep it going. Hey, you forgot to die. Come back here. Who's supposed to die? Yeah. Walk around it. I don't know how I'm doing that. So I go just recover and then do the next thing. Hey, no die. What kind of crap is that? The damage he takes is random. This. Pretty neat little things. The dragon cult. Dragonborn always say retarded. You don't know your history. Dragonborn are dragon slaves. Everybody knows that. I mean, maybe they're still being slaves now. Wizards. Get out of here.
Please, stop. I surrender. I've had enough of this place and it's not worth dying over.
Your friends seem to think otherwise.
They were fanatics, not me. I am sick of sacrificing and praying to something that isn't here. Hoping that a dragon will swoop out of the sky to save us from the demons or something. It seems ridiculous. Yet, here we are. The irony is painful.
Then why join in the first place?
Because I was scared. I wanted to be protected from the demons when they came, and this seemed my best option. Now, though, even if we survive the demons, the endless sacrifices, the violence, it cannot hold.
No, that's obvious.
So there is not even a dragon here that you serve?
They were here for a few days, but then left, and I do not think they plan to return. They seem to be fleeing the invasion too. Katra, if I might make a suggestion, tell them about us and speak on my behalf. Tell them to find a dragon worthy of service and one that will protect them. There are more metallic dragons in the world than people realize, and most would welcome the company.
Listen, this may be hard to believe, and sometimes I question it myself, but I have the soul of the noble
Why would I say
golden
that?
dragon Endan Dravair living in my body.
Why would I say that? It's an overshare.
It says that you should all go out and find an actual dragon to serve. Better yet, find one that actually cares about you and reciprocates your affection and efforts.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, especially if you really insist on this worship nonsense. Yes, we are vain and awe-inspiring shards of elemental and divine power, but we are not actually gods. The ones who want you to think that they are gods are just the dragons that will betray or use and abandon you.
He says that any dragon who wants you to worship them as an actual god is the kind that will just stab you in the back when it suits them. He said it in more elaborate terms than that, but I honestly don't enjoy being his mouthpiece.
And how do we know that you've actually got a dragon inside you? This sounds particularly suspicious to me.
Is there anything we can do to prove it to them?
Not that I can think of.
I think you'll just have to take my word on it. Unless you want to start quizzing me on dragon lore or something else you might know.
No, I don't think I will.
I have a bad...
Even if I were to cast a detection spell on you, the results won't tell me much. You could just be descended from a dragon, or blessed by one, or something else like that to give you a draconic aura. However, there is said to be an artifact nearby, one that only functions for true dragons, an orb activated by their essence. Part of why we came here was to help our Dark Lord to find it. He said that many older dragons have an idea of where to find it. If you really have a dragon whispering in your ear, have him lead the way. Bring back the orb.
That actually seems like something we could accomplish. I do remember something about a dragon eyeball being kept in this forest.
Well, if not, we have no reason to listen.
We accept. We will show you a better...
I will keep things calm here as best I can, and make sure that there are no ambushes or other traps.
Well, that's convenient. Oh, shit. Oh, he's not down there. Look away. Dragon vision. There it is. Feels like I'm going back to the unicorn. Goblins. Get wrecked. That's kind of neat. There it is. Avoid the water. Behind the waterfall. Oh, come on. Big too.
Wait, Carter, the orb. It should have been left on that pedestal. Barring that, I should have sensed it as well.
Well, what do we do now? Ask the
You have gold. Other shiny things. Need more treasure. Master turn us to stone or eat us if don't have.
Actually, I was wondering if you or your friends have seen a black ball around here. Looks kind of glassy.
No, you give treasure. That sword shiny. Give us sword.
Can't give you this sword.
Then we say.
Okay, I'll just make you tell me. But don't blame me when you get there.
It doesn't seem to be hurting me anymore.
This cave has been pretty well stripped. I doubt there are any hidden chambers if the orb was out here.
And where is your master?
In treehouse. Lots of bridges. Master lived there.
All right.
Treehouse.
Thank you for the information.
Seems we'll have to pay this master a visit. Introduce ourselves.
Oh, this is the pedestal he was talking about. Yeah. I did not see that earlier. Okay, cool. There's definitely none here. Oh, see you're behind the waterfall. Of course it is. This tree. How about side quests? Oh, get out of here. Come on. There's fireball rules. There. I just like using fireball. Don't have to be particularly accurate with it. Oh my gosh. Apparently. This guy. This is where I started, and now I'm gonna go over that one. Kind of already been over there, so let's check over here. I think I got 2 points. I think I got owlbear. This off. Look, man, I ain't even trying to attack you. The old McPherson house. It's got cultists in it. Of course, it's got cultists in it. You leave up a place like that, it's gonna get a cult. It's gonna get all infected with cult. How would it do anything less than get infected with cult? Well, that's the Temple of Samuna. Okay, we'll come back here in a second. Gotta do the side quest before you do the real quest. There's a mushroom forest? It's not getting all jingly jangly, that's for sure.
Whether these outlandish mushrooms are the product of the Feywild's influence, or whether they are simply one of this world's many oddities, is unknown. What is known, though, is that while various animals graze on these mushrooms, you most certainly should not. The results
now you
could
tell
be
me.
unsettling, with poison being the least of your
Oh, hey,
concerns.
there's a treasure chest over there. I probably don't need any treasure at all, but are you casting spells on me? Hey, look, displace your beasts. I said fire shield. Now that is a displacer beast. I feel like I saw one earlier. Been rolls in that one. Okay. Oh, just there. You. Oh. Hey, they didn't try to eat me. So. What the? Ah, you son of a. Make me use my spell. Yeah, this time I actually hit the guy. It's a little annoying. Pretty sure Magic Missile don't miss. There we go, okay. Oh, yes, what the hell? I'm not interested. Frick. What the hell? Took a whole lot of climbing just to get up that hill. Lanterns is definitely a path. A clearing up here, but there's... Oh, that's neat looking. Okay, I guess we go that way. I didn't do anything, so probably it's part of something I have yet to do. Oh, looks like a treehouse thing. I feel like I avoided enemies when I was playing, which is fine with me. Don't get no XP for killing guys. Okay. So, I guess that's it. Goblins. 15 goblins every time. Get right. Goblins. You're annoying. Okay. This is a bit bigger than I anticipated. Freaking hit him. That's fine. Well, I thought it was worth anything. Are you barking at me? What is this? Bugbear. It doesn't do as much damage as a fireball should, I suspect. But it does have a nice large blast radius. It's easy to hit somebody, just keep on going. I can't believe how often I don't have the magic missile, honestly. Yeah, that's the way back out. But if I came down a different route, I could get over there. Well, if this isn't just turn over there when I get there, then... Well, that was weird. Actually hold this? I mean, I can hold it up. I don't know if it's really doing more damage. I feel like it would be doing more damage. That doesn't mean it is. Ugh. Oh, these. Let's see. I know this won't kill any of these guys, so. It didn't. Displacer beasts are definitely doing that. I found one. Septic missile. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I don't think that does it. I think it's just what happens when you hold it. Put a few of these guys in here. All the corpses in here. See, I feel like this is circling back to where I was.
Well, entertaining as it was to
Oh.
watch as you contended against my staff, the games will have to end here.
That's
As
good.
you've proven yourself a capable fighter, I offer you a deal. Work for me as my lieutenant and bask in my glory.
Ugh.
Help me to build an army that we might claim these woods and the surrounding lands from the rest of your lowly and ignorant race. You will be respected and feared as a servant of Gothzak.
What's the alternative?
I am in a generous mood, so I would give you a choice of how you wish to die. Would you prefer disintegration, petrification, having the life sucked out of you? Or should I simply eat you? I might even put you to sleep first as a final mercy, if you beg.
All beholders are self-centered, Godric. You may be able to use that to your advantage, or he might likewise try to trick you. Just know that he will never give up his treasure or do anything that does not benefit him.
I'm not a big fan of any of those options, so I think I'll just fight you and take what I want instead.
Did you really have to announce that to him?
Then you are to...
Everyone's recharged, go back out. Yeah. It's definitely a fight where I gotta cheese the walls, that's for sure. Get these fireballs at you. Pretty neat. Crit, yeah, baby.
What does it do exactly?
It allows a dragon to contact anyone else who possesses these orbs, no matter where they are in the multiverse. The domain is a way of maintaining our empire before the small folk overthrew my kind thousands of years ago. I suppose we had little use for it.
wouldn't be able to use it for anything on their own. Let's just get it back and get this over.
Alright. Oh, is it just gonna take me back over there? Oh no, it's gonna teleport me. Alright, that's enough epic music. Thank you. Why does this keep going up then? A beholder living in your woods. Seems like, yeah, wait. Seems like these woods are kind of dangerous. You had a dragon cult that cropped up because of a dragon, and then we had some beholder in here. Like, who is? So these are about to get cut. Correct. Money. Oh no. Whew. Oh, it's one of these guys again. Two of them. Okay. Oh yeah, let's space for beast. Okay. Well, let's wait for another maybe safer place before I try to upgrade my points. Now, what's going on over here? There's a horse, there's some flags. Looks like a Pegasus flag. It's the horse village, that's what this is. Hey, all I see is horses and huts, and there's nobody here, so this must be a horse village. Even the flags have flying horses, so the regular horses worship flying horses. I get it. I get it. I think it's on the other side of this hill or mountain or whatever, but I can't get over there. There's a jump again. Probably should just stop there, but I can't do that. Must complete side quest first. Side quest or no quest. That's what I always say. Oh, there's a freaking owl there. Come on now. Another contest. Wrecked you. Yeah, so we run around here. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Good, you're back. Some of the group have been getting restless, and the one who spoke against you earlier has been taking advantage of that to rock the boat. I don't know how much longer I could have convinced them to wait for you. You have the orb?
Yes. I have returned with the orb, as you demanded.
Have you now?
Not you. We will let a more neutral person identify it. You do the honors.
What do you mean? How do they even freaking know?
Let me see that. Come on, work!
You know that only a dragon can use it. You said so yourself.
Then let us have your new savior, Trider.
Well, go on then.
This is going to take a moment. Now, let's see. Who do I know even has one of these things anymore? ISO Vindra Shipler. She's not the type to hunt us down simply for disturbing her nap, unlike some others I know.
Interesting. I have not seen this artifact come to life in over a century. Who called?
Well, go on, say something.
I speak for the dragon Endandra Vair. He sends his greetings and wishes to know if all is well.
Endandra, that stuffy stick in the mud. Well, that is a surprise, though a pleasant one. Tell him that there is trouble in my territory, as an abundance of demons have begun appearing, though I cannot say from where or how. Any aid or advice would be...
What?
Fool! That you would try to steal my own faithful away from me. The arrogance of you mortals. Player, what happened? Who are we talking to?
Now I remember why we stopped using them. Aside from the fact that most of us do not enjoy working together, Bahamut and Tiamat also had a nasty habit of eavesdropping on our conversations and sometimes hijacking the orbs. I will give you one guess as to which one of them is using the orb now.
This disloyal collection of worms seems to me a demonstration of my superiority. I grant my favor to the one who remains steadfast. Go! Kill this interloper and look like an excuse for a dragon that they carry with them. Then purge this group of doubters and unbelievers and worship me as his right. Go!
My divine ladies will be done.
I know that. Well, that was really quick. Okay. Every way. Frick, man. Okay, why can't I move? Oh, what? I don't understand. Why is this so incredibly difficult?
Repeat after me.
Behold, there is your proof. Even Tiamat herself either cannot grant the power to protect you, or she simply does not care enough to preserve you. Otherwise, this man would have been unbeatable. Search for a worthy savior elsewhere.
That was. I did not think that you could win. When Tiamat intervened, I thought that the both of us, we would be. Does Endandravair grant you this power? Did he give you something that you could overcome one who is empowered by a deity?
No. My strength is my own.
Oh. Still, even though you have proven your point, we do not have anywhere to go or anyone to guide or protect us from the tide of demons. I fear for our future.
Contra, if you could suggest something for me.
Shidin, Endandravair asked me to tell you that you should seek his home in the Cloud Peaks. He shall be restored to his body soon, and regardless of whether he does so by fighting demons here or at my home, he promises to do his best to protect you. Provided that you are willing to give up worshipping evil dragons, that is. Personally, I'd also suggest tidying up his lair and protecting it until he returns, as a way of thanking him.
That seems more than fair. Yes, I will do that. Do you hear that? Endandravair will return, and he promises to bring us under his wing, so long as we are willing to abide by his ways. The journey to the south shall be my pilgrimage and penance for the wrongs I have committed in Tiamat's name, and I will dedicate myself to my new Lord's teachings. Anyone else who will do the same is welcome, and I would be glad for the company. I suppose I should thank you for this. It will be a long and particularly dangerous road, but it is one that I can walk with my head held high, knowing that I am doing better things.
Good luck, Shidin. And Endandravair will be back shortly to meet you. I promise.
Thank you and good luck.
Did you really mean that? You'll protect them when you get your body back?
Well, I figured that I might as well keep some staff around to help me here and there. My protection will be one of their employee privileges, let's just say.
You're going soft on me.
I fail to see how keeping a group of butlers who worship me is any form of weakness.
Sure.
And that was fine, and I definitely didn't die. Oh, the power scaling was a little off there. Like, and granted, I didn't really let the, what the frick was that? No way. So this guy barely touches me. Yeah, killed the beholder pretty handily. It took a second. I think I wasn't even as tough as that beholder, but still, it was a pain in the butt. It was like 2 hits, and it's like, oh no, I don't have any health anymore. Okay.
There. That looks like where we might find the Gynosphinx.
What?
Gynosphinx is the word for a female. Oh, never mind. Just keep your eyes and ears sharp, lest she ambush us.
Ah, what the frick? You're trying to work. Tear up my butt. Here's the Sphinx. That was kind of neat.
Well, I guess we don't need to worry about her sneaking up on us.
Hello there. Haven't had a visitor in a while. My name is Sunamati. I'm the guardian of this temple and so pleased to make your acquaintance. Who might you be?
My name's Katra. I've come to ask for your help.
Of course. That's all anyone ever wants of me in this place. Never mind that I might want some company on occasion. Has no one considered paying a visit just to say hi?
Well, you do have a reputation for eating your guests.
Only those that deserved it. Can't blame me for getting rid of bad house guests. All right then. What is it that you want?
Faerun is about to be invaded by an army of demons led by Demogorgon.
Oh, yes. Heard about that through the grapevine. Nasty business.
We had hoped that you might be willing to help us get the Moon Maiden's blessing to empower a weapon with the magic and strength to send Demogorgon back into the abyss.
Oh, well that's a reasonable and noble request. Perhaps I won't eat you right away. I am rather peckish, but I can wait to hunt or until you mess up my trials.
No chance that you're willing to help just because the land is in peril and both you and your goddess don't want to see us all perish in flame and madness?
Oh, no. No chance at all. Nice try, though.
Okay, then. So, what are the trials? What do I have to do?
First, you must answer my riddle. I have cities but no houses, and I have forests but no trees. I have oceans and ponds and streams, but no fish, or at least so it seems. What am I?
I have cities but no houses. Forest but no trees. And oceans and ponds and streams but no fish, at least it seems. And that does sound right.
Here, you have any idea?
I cannot say as I have much practice with riddles. Still, riddles tend to use common or well-known things as their answers, so that anyone could potentially guess them. Perhaps these cities and forests she speaks of are more symbolic rather than literal.
A map?
Oh, excellent. I rather like that one and never had a chance to ask it. I'm so glad you figured it out. I've been wanting to ask that one for going on 32 years now, I think. Still, as much as I would love to continue with riddles and other games, when I have so many word games we could play, it seems we're on a bit of a tight schedule.
Well, yeah.
Wait, that wasn't part of the trial?
Heavens above, no. I can tell that your request is honest. The Moon Maiden allows me to see into the hearts of others. However, I do need to test whether you are responsible and of a sturdy spirit. Oh, can you imagine how terrible riddles would be as a test of worth? The the most despicable villain or a complete nincompoop could walk in here, answer a few word games, and walk off with phenomenal cosmic power. Huh, not on my watch. No, instead we test the soul. Both of yours in this case.
Excuse me?
Oh yes, I can see both of you in there. I've never seen a dragon's soul and a human's all crammed into a tiny container like that before. Looks uncomfortable.
It is.
Anyhow, when you are ready, look deep into my eyes and the trial will begin. Oh, and keep in mind that I will eat you if you fail. That part of the stories is true.
How encouraging. I think I need some time first.
All righty.
Well, I think I'm all good. Do I have any unfinished business? Besides, leveling up. Okay. Yeah, that's street intelligence. Where's the quest? Yeah, I think this is all I got. Go out. Come back in. Unfinished business before you start the trials.
I'm ready. Begin the trial.
Splendid. Now, look into my eyes. Oh, right. Forgot to mention that there is a bit of a cleverness test involved here, but I'm sure you'll breeze through it. Oh, and the things you'll see. They aren't real per se, but they are true.
Not real, but true. That's not helpful.
I think being vague and unhelpful is part of the territory for Sphinxes. Regardless, we should begin.
All right. I think not real means you're not really going to die or whatever, but the true as in they work like real life. So how do I feel like I just need to redirect these mirrors. Oh. Okay. Thinking this is how it's gonna work. Maybe not. Because yeah, I can't aim it through there, so.
The miserable war has persisted for long enough. I have destroyed the petty tyrants who insisted on continuing this conflict. You will agree to peace and uphold it. If you do not, then I will.
Fire? What was that?
That was one of the first times I forged peace between two warring cities. When I was a young dragon, they live amicably as neighbors now.
Okay, but did you have to start killing people to accomplish that?
The rulers were greedy. They tricked the common people into wanting the war, stoking their hatred and bitterness. It was the most expedient solution, even if it meant enforcing the law myself and living there for a decade or so.
Sounds kind of like you just replaced two tyrants and became one yourself.
Perhaps, but it was for the sake of the people.
Okay.
Okay. Kind of the only option here. Again, kind of the only option. Keep trying to point the mouse where I want it to go as opposed to going to the side. The Moon Maiden, of course, has light puzzles.
Please, why will you not help us? You are our best hope in stopping the Black Dragon.
Your concerns are not mine. It is not my place to interfere in your affairs, nor those of other dragons. Now leave. I do not like being bothered.
But many of us will die if we fight him, and if we surrender, others will die still as he treats us like livestock.
If you do not want to be treated like cattle, do not act like cattle. I will not warn you again to leave.
Let them fight a dragon by themselves?
Heroes eager to slay dragons appear around every tree and hill. If they cannot defend themselves, some mercenary or adventurer would come and rescue them.
And did they beat the dragon?
No, but as expected, a group of sellswords came and freed them of the Black Dragon after a year or so.
But you could have saved lives. You could have prevented them from living in fear and oppression.
It was not my place. They needed to learn to defend themselves and how to establish themselves in the natural order of the world.
Then why did you get involved with the city in the first memory we saw?
Like I said, I was a young dragon, idealistic. It was not until later that I realized what a colossal waste of time playing peacekeeper had been. One city would have conquered the other, or they would have made peace once fighting became unsustainable.
But they didn't fight. You kept them from fighting, and while I'm not sure I like how you did it, you saved lives, kept people from dying.
And I kept the cities from growing. The people in those cities might have developed new medicines or machines or other ways to approach diplomacy. All creatures learn and grow from conflict.
Assuming they survived the conflict in the first place.
You want to be true. I mean, come on. This is the same, right? No. No. Getting better at guessing where to aim for these mirrors. So it's like, oh, I just aim. Ooh, I can actually hit this one from there. I think I should do this. Yes. I will try to cheese it. Oh, oh.
I would give you a mountain view.
No, this is not my mind. It's my own. Alternatives, demons. So many. To darken the sky. This vision will break. Show me the vision. Yes, show me the vision. No, voices of the darkness have destroyed it. It's too much. Don't. Not for you. You were a dragon. Your life was more important. Yes. Yes.
What can I do? That wasn't an accident. chose to make me see that horrible vision, the one the masked man put in your head. You told me it was an accident.
I was not thinking clearly.
You knew that it would hurt me, could shatter my mind, and you did it anyway.
I was afraid and in so much pain, Contra. I'm sorry, but
But what? But you're not as important as I am? But you didn't need a say in this. You didn't even think to ask before you decided to risk my life, my sanity.
I said that I was not thinking clearly.
Really? What I saw seemed clear enough. That wasn't just selfish and dangerous, Fire. I came to help you when I could have left you in the caverns to die. And you forced me to see something that even you couldn't handle.
I thought that you could handle it, with the both of us sharing.
Oh, really? Because you sounded pretty uncertain in that memory, and I heard a few solid arguments about keeping that nightmare to yourself. Instead, you decided to dump it on me without warning. I still get headaches when I remember that, and I'm probably going to have nightmares of that thing you showed me for years.
I said that I am sorry. What more do you want from me?
I want you to be quiet, okay? Just for a little bit. Let me pretend, at least for a little while, that I don't have some invader in my head that's just using me for their own ends.
What a twist.
Just leave me alone for a bit.
As you wish.
That was certainly dramatic. But I think that I've seen enough.
So are you going to eat me, or what?
No, you may have the blessing of my lady.
Good. Where can we do this? I want to get everything over with.
Bring the craftsman and anything else you may need back to this altar tonight. We shall grant you Selune's power under the light of her moon.
She have to stand like on a T-pose the whole time? Just runs around with her arms up.
Here is your weapon. The tool that will send Demogorgon back to his smoking pit, Ethilsnag. The moon's bite. Keep it close and aim it true. I have enchanted many blades and oddities over the centuries. This one I shall remember keenly, though I should warn you. The enchantment is powerful, yes, but it is impermanent. It seems that Serion was only willing to temporarily grant her favor. The enchantment should last through your contest against Demogorgon. After that, I cannot say for how long it will remain.
It seems that the Moon Maiden either does not trust us, or that she is simply careful about the powers she lets into our world. I can respect that.
Right, because it's not your place to interfere unless you feel like it. I remember. If you have any business to attend, do so quickly. Otherwise, make for Mithril Hall, where your allies have gathered. You can best prepare for
Have
the final
allies?
battle there. Vair,
Contra,
I would have done it, you know.
done what?
I would have taken on the vision of Demogorgon with you, if you'd asked. If I'd known the risks, I still would have done it to help you. But you made that choice for me instead. I thought we'd shared something, you know? I thought that even more than sharing my body for so long, suffering that terrifying, mind-breaking experience together was... It felt like we'd grown together. I thought it was a sign that we were there for each other, that we could lean on each other to get through something like that. But you didn't trust me. You didn't share anything with me. You took away my decision and used me. I was just a means to an end, and in the moment, that's all that mattered to you. You were more important.
Contra, I am sorry. I truly am.
Really? Every time you say that, I can't tell whether you're trying to convince me that you regretted what you did, or whether you're trying to convince yourself. You got what you wanted. How sorry can you really be?
I made a mistake in the spur of the moment, and I regret what it has caused.
Maybe you do regret it. But I'm the one who has to live with the consequences.
Alright, looks like I got a couple more points. You're welcome. Alright, dang it.
There is much at stake, young one. Finish your business and prepare for Demogorgon.
Alright, well, it seems like it's doing this job.
There is much at stake, young one. Finish your business.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Don't need to keep jawing at me. The sword better glow. They're freaking glow in the dark. I'm gonna deal with that guy. Oh, okay. See the freaking owlbear. Yeah. I'm gonna kill Demogorgon, I guess. Freaking goblins. Orange freaking goblin. I'm getting up. Oh god, I can't swim and bang. What is this? And why can't I swim? I'll be honest with you. Yep, everybody's dead now because I got knocked into the river. I'm going to swim further right. And this plant creature. Kill all this stuff. Oh no, they're going to respawn. I'm getting credit for killing them, and sometimes they knock me in the river and I die. Which is weird because, like, in Minecraft you can swim, so that means they did something to make it so it can't swim. This is the only time I've ever played Minecraft where I was like, oh man, better not do that, I can't swim. Is it the cart guy? We're supposed to go to Mithril Hall?
Despite the looming demonic invasion, Mithril Hall seems little different than it was the last time you visited. Then again, considering that they were on high alert due to Starspawn back then, perhaps a state of emergency simply never ended for them. The sense of tension among the bustling, industrious dwarves certainly has not diminished, at least.
I don't know, those elves seem kind of useless.
I had heard you were returning. Was your mission successful? Did you have the weapon?
Yes. Though its enchantment will only last long enough to send Demogorgon back to the Abyss.
A shame. I'd hoped to study or keep it for emergencies. Still, it is what we need for this emergency, and we could be thankful for that. But that's not why I came to see you. I found you to tell you that Endundravayr's mind is both healed and warded against the psychic damage that the Starspawn's vision could inflict. If you two are ready, it should be safe to attempt transferring Endundravayr's soul back to his body.
Good. I'm sick of sharing my head with him anyhow.
If that is how you feel, then yes, we should do this sooner rather than later. Right. Well, I cannot say as I blame you. Come to the arena when you're both ready.
He just disappeared? Okay. Oh wait, the arena was over here. Dang it. Oh, walk right past it.
You would best be able to free your dragon friend. Neither of us will enjoy the alternative.
Just to talk to somebody?
You two ready?
Yeah.
No, considering what happened last time, but we should do it anyway, and soon, please.
Yeah, let's get it over with.
Then use the rod whenever you like.
Well, you alive? Did it work?
Yes, I can still remember the vision, but it is no longer painful. Thinking on it does not threaten to bend my mind until it snaps.
Well, at least that makes one of us.
I am even weaker than before, though. Or rather, my body will not move as I command it to. We were afraid that might happen. Whenever something influences the mind, it could affect the body, too. It may be some time before your coordination returns, though the impediment should be temporary.
At least you've got your body back?
Yes.
Will you help us fight Demogorgon?
I do not think that would be a good idea. If my body will not cooperate, I will probably just get in your way.
Right. Of course. How should we prepare for this fight?
Beyond what you've already done? Well, that's up to you. But you should visit the keep before you go. It seems that you have some friends who have come to us in our time of need. Granted, they have a stake in this too, but it is heartening to see such formidable figures standing against the darkness. The spellcaster there will be able to tell you more about our battle plans.
Oh, good. I was wondering if anyone would come. Having their help is reassuring. I suppose this is goodbye, then?
Only if you do not make it back. I believe that you will.
Right. I'll just, see you then, I guess.
Right. Well, until then.
Can I get around this one? In those things.
Well, hello again, Gatra. Didn't expect to see me again so soon, did you?
No.
No, actually, not really. Why are you here? Don't you have to protect the temple?
Yes, but well, guarding it seems rather pointless if there are no people left to visit it. Or if Demogorgon destroys the temple outright. So here I am, ready to lend a helping paw.
Does that mean you'll help us in the fight?
Absolutely! In fact, Celine has sent me as her representative in this matter. Isn't that just great? Oh, and she's given me a new power to play with during the fight. This is so exciting. Besides, this is my world too. For as long as I have to guard the temple, that is.
Aren't you scared? A demon powerful enough to tear down Mithril Hall is coming.
Not in the least.
You're not worried about dying?
Oh, I anticipate that I will almost certainly die during the fight, or at least sustain a grievous injury or two. But that's really no big deal for me. Sort of like the demons you fought. As long as I do not die in my native plane of existence, I can be killed as many times as you like and simply poof back into existence at my lady's side in her domain.
Isn't it still painful, though?
Yes, horribly so. You would not believe how much punishment a body can take before it finally gives up the ghost. Still, it's just temporary. It all comes out in the wash, as they say.
Thank you, Tsunamati, really. I feel much better knowing that you're here.
You're quite welcome. Still, let's hope it makes a difference. It would be an awful shame for us to go to all this effort just for the world to be torn to tiny bits anyhow. Better get ready as best you can, young one.
That's all right?
Ah, there you are. I was wondering if you would show up. We need our secret weapon and all that if we're going to survive long enough to see supper.
True. But if I'm being honest, I didn't expect to see you here.
Yes, well, for all my talk of running away, I rather like this world. Besides, I'm stubborn. Not about to let some quite literally two-faced demon scare me into abandoning Candlekeep. You'll owe me a favor after this, though.
How about we consider me being the one to send Demogorgon back to the Abyss as that favor?
Fair enough. Anyhow, tell me when you're ready to go, and I will bring us to the battlefield.
Where are we going to fight Demogorgon? Do we know where he will be?
There are several small places in the Underdark where tears in the boundary between our world and the Abyss are appearing. The largest of them would be among them, but after studying what those cultists were doing, I found a way to redirect the tear's location at least a little. Rather than changing the destination of the tear from the Abyss to some unknown port of the multiverse that shouldn't exist and is teeming with madness and forces we cannot comprehend, the tear will just go from the Abyss to a place of our choosing.
And where is the place of our choosing?
A rocky vale a few miles off. The ruins of the Castle of Illusion stand there, which will help to direct the tear's location.
What's special about the Castle of Illusion?
It's illusionary.
It was once taken over by a powerful and terrible wizard named Macbeth Macleon.
Macbeth and Macbeth.
Long story short, he took to summoning devils as servants to learn secrets from them. He did it often enough that the area has a thinner barrier between our world and the lower plane. I'm just redirecting that connection a little bit and giving Demogorgon the path of least resistance to follow. He'll have no way of knowing that I've altered the portal, though he could be expecting an ambush wherever he appears, so be careful.
Give me some time to get myself together. I have something I need to do.
Okay, I've been meaning to check on Vi here anyhow, so I'll take care of that while you're gone, but please make it quick. I don't think either the portal or Demogorgon will wait while you're gone.
I do like how the storm giant is quite literally giant.
Hello again, Nalkron. I see that Besserai convinced you to join us after all. Yes, though I will admit that the Archmage was rather persuasive. What's that supposed to mean? I don't want to talk about it. So where's Kimmerin? I thought that he would want to come with you. I could really use someone with his power. He is not as strong as you presume, child. That being said, he would have been useful. So why isn't he here? He does not believe that we will be able to stop Demogorgon here. He is using the time we have left to gather allies of his own and spread the news that the other guardians of this world may defeat the Demon Prince after we fall. Wow, encouraging. I am inclined to agree with him. If it were not for a pact that your Archmage associate invoked, I too would be preparing a more robust defense. Even the extra time required would cost us thousands of lives before we were ready. It would be preferable to losing everyone and everything in Faerun should Demogorgon win. If you are here against your will, can I trust you to fight your hardest and support the others? Do not mistake me, child. I may not think that this is the optimal use of my abilities, but if my strength can buy Kimmerin and the others some time, then it will be worthwhile. I will do everything I can in the coming battle, never done that. I'm not sure if you heard, but Vair's healed now. Or, well, mostly. I had heard of this, yes. Why do you feel obliged to inform me of the dragon's recovery? Well, if it weren't for you and the rod of alignment that you gave us, he and I would still be stuck in the same body. Or worse, it was Kimmering's decision to give you the rod, if you recall. I hold no love for the dragon, and would have been content to let him rot, if not for my friend's insistence. Still, I am glad for your sake that you no longer have to share your mind with him. Will he be joining us in this battle? No, he's still too weak and clumsy. It'll be a while before he can fight again. Typical dragon. Selfish and cowardly in the face of real danger. Well, even if it was not your idea to come, I am grateful that you're here. And for helping me in Icewind Dale. Do not thank me for fulfilling my end of a bargain. It was a simple transaction between us. That being said, it gladdens me to see how much you have accomplished since then, warrior. And I am proud to have played a part in that. I will see you on the battlefield. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all the exclamation points. Nope. Let's do it.
That's right.
There you are. I was wondering if you would show up. We need ask true.
If I'm being honest.
Yes, well, for all my
Yeah,
pure
I did all
thing,
this.
How about we can...
Fair enough. Anyhow, tell me when you're ready to go, and I will bring us to the battlefield.
Kasserai, listen. I just wanted to say, and Vair, you didn't have to. You could have just thrown us in prison or experimented on us, and no one would have questioned it, but you didn't. You instead gave us the information we needed to move forward. So, thank you. Truly.
Ha! Don't remind me of the missed opportunities, Katra. I could have learned a great deal from dissecting the two of you. Honestly, though, I was happy to help. You were in real need, the problem was novel, inspiring my curiosity, and, well, between you and me, the rules about getting admittance to the libraries of Candle Keep are a bit too strict and exclusive, if you ask me. I will admit to a touch of perverse, petty satisfaction at bending the rules to help you out. Besides, if we survive this ordeal, perhaps we could have a working relationship moving forward. I'd imagine that we could both help each other a great deal. How does that sound?
I think I'd like that. Or at least to be friends still.
A wizard has no friends, only tools and associates. And stray country folk who walk around with dragons trapped inside of them.
I'm ready when everyone else is.
Well, speaking for myself, I'll never be ready, but we do what we must, no? Hope teleportation doesn't make you queasy.
Okay, here we go.
He's coming. Get ready.
Is that camera going? Freaking Demigorgon.
The surface world. We have not seen this in quite some time. Not since our imprisonment in Watcher's Keep, I would not count that dungeon as the surface. And I have lost track of how many centuries have passed since we last saw Queen, or felt the material world stood for talents. You forget the Underdark, Azrael, and that arrogant drow sorcerer who allowed us through to his city. Such a brief journey, and without even a glimpse of sunlight. The battle. Yes. And destruction. You do not look like you could provide such entertainment, even all together. Indeed not. Rather than die here, you would be better served than joining us. You will spare me if you all join us. Or would you simply prefer to die? We can even provide some options. Crushed in our arms. Sword of hard by our claws. Sent for our delight. Oh, that last one does sound good, Afarani. I do choose that.
How about instead you just go back to the abyss where you came from? Or lie down and let us slay you if you need some help getting home. We won't even charge you for the trip.
We tried, Amen. So we did. And how reasonable we were. Yes, at least this way we do not have to wait
We're gonna run around on this guy. Okay. Are we close enough to hit him, I guess?
I'm not really sure what this spell does, but here goes nothing.
Your resistance is pathetic.
Eat this fireball. Gorgon. Anybody else would be helping. Guess they're gonna help as I start to beat him up. Oh, frick. I can't believe that doesn't like reach him. There's nobody here. Pretty good hits.
Back to the abyss with you!
Should you have started that? Why can't I move? That's that's annoying. There's regeneration potions in here. This is pretty freaking epic. Wait for my spells to recover. Eat this fireball! Crit 20. Yeah, baby. Wait for my shield to come back.
By the grace of the Lune, I shall slay thee.
That one actually hurt. Let me return.
On this. Eat. Oh. Ah. What's happening now?
Prepare for the end of all things.
I just died. Step.
Not yet. Just curse you we will find. When and your descendants into the world.
Well, I think I've had enough of these ruins. How about everyone else? Right then, just a moment. We're saving one last teleport in case everything went pear-shaped. Was tempted to use it a couple of times there, if I'm being honest. Okay, maybe every time one of his heads looked my way, but no matter. Right then, I would say it has been a pleasure, but I will be having nightmares about that for probably the rest of my life. Still, I am glad that I could be there. Just, please don't ask me to do anything like this ever again, alright? Have a good life, everyone!
While I would not shy away from another such battle if the need arose, I otherwise share the wizard's sympathies. That will be burned into my mind for the rest of my days. That being said, I was right about you, and I still feel that you have an interesting life ahead. Perhaps we shall cross paths again. Who but the oracles and divines can say? Farewell, Katra.
Don't say anything, I read
Wait,
just
what?
pieces out.
Everyone's leaving already? I wanted to see if anyone wanted to keep in touch. Maybe write each other. I could use a pen pal. Well, someone willing to deliver the letters anyhow, I guess. Well, maybe I can get the elves to come visit me sometimes, and I promise not to eat them too often. Don't you be a stranger either, right? Now that you've passed the trial, I'm not even allowed to eat you. So I won't hear any excuses about why you didn't stop by if I meet your soul in the afterlife a century from now. Take care. Toodaloo.
This is just me and the dragon now.
You came after all. Why?
Do you really not know?
Well, not really, since we're not sharing my head anymore.
This is my world too, child. The affairs of small folk and those of dragons are one thing. The end of all creation at the hands of a demon is another entirely.
Then what you said about being weak, was that a lie?
No, it was not. But I am a predator. I know the value of a well-timed attack and the power of my momentum, even if that one strike was the only aid that I could give.
Now that Demogorgon has gone back to the Abyss, does that mean that the other demons who have come through the rifts are gone too?
No, I'm afraid not. That being said, he was certainly the biggest threat. There was nothing else in the Abyss so powerful as him, and nothing else near his size and strength could have made it through. Whatever demons are left will cause havoc where they can, but even all of them together could not accomplish the destruction that Demogorgon might have had.
Thank you, Fire.
You are welcome, little one.
After everything I did for you, that's the least you could have done.
Yes, I suppose I did, though I was not thinking in such contractual terms.
So, what will you do now?
Demogorgon was not the only demon to come through the rift today. I imagine that many will be rising from the Underdark in the coming months, along with those who found other places in Faerun where the borders between worlds thinned. I will seek out my contacts, old friends and allies, to spread word of the danger. I have been away too long as it is, and should check on them. But I will come back. You will hear from me, and perhaps when you have had enough adventure, I can find wherever you have settled and keep an eye on you too. In case you ever need someone to talk to, at least.
As Bayer looks at you, waiting for your answer, you remember everything that you have experienced together, all that you have endured as a pair. But you also cannot help remembering how hurt you felt, how betrayed, when you learned of Vair's choice to endanger you. Still watching, Endan Dravair awaits your answer. The next thing you say will determine your relationship.
Yeah. I'd like that. I really would. And you'll always have me there to listen to you too, okay?
Thank you, Katra. It is strange. I have never had a companion for more than a few days, not in my entire life. Now, though, it is hard to imagine living without one. I am starting to sound like a puppy that cannot stand to be without their owner. How undignified.
Everyone needs a friend. Or at least someone to talk to.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that is what the younger me was missing when I made so many mistakes. I had no one close to me to tell me that I was wrong. safe, little one. There is much to do, but I will be back. Until we meet again, farewell.
See you soon. Well, might as well get some use out of this thing while it lasts.
Rick. Well, that was pretty good. I didn't really think that they would stick Demogorgon in there, but alright. Well, I guess I'll sit here and record the credits. Guess that's it. Choose hard mode. I don't know. Some of that was kind of garbage. I guess you're not going to say anything. Start adventure. There's no button. Back to the beginning. Okay, yeah, those are definitely over. Alright. That's it. See y'all next time.